finished 6-ounce fillets. And don't forget to check out their Friday feast this week and every week. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
September is one of the best months of the year with college football and all the other fall sports underway. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call the Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. This your boy, Ricky C. Simmons. I'm your host. We're on 93.7 The Ticket. You know, I'm very, very honored tonight, man. Got a great show lined up. But I want to talk to some people that have been inboxing me lately. I just want to throw something out there for you to think about. Avoid toxic people. You know, a lot of people are having trouble dealing with adversity right now. And I get a lot of messages, you know, like personal messages, like how do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with negativity? You know, negativity, I made a little comment last week. It almost sounded like I was trying to be funny. I just happen to like humor. But negativity is, I think I said something to the fact that negativity has been in a gym. It's lifting weights. It has a membership or something. It's getting stronger and stronger. But I ain't worried about that because you know what? Negativity and adversity, it's going to do what it's going to do. I just advise everyone to try to do their best to avoid toxic people. And you can actually say toxic people, places, and things because the world we live in today, it has a lot going on that we don't have control over. So do your best to try to avoid people, places, and things that you know aren't good for you. Sometimes I know that's difficult, but see, that's the whole key to this deal. You have to do it daily and you have to do it consistently. With that being said, you know, I always like to focus on the positive. I feel like negativity is already being covered quite well without my help, so they don't really need my help. So my thing is this. I want everybody to be as positive as you can, and don't do it for no one else other than yourself. Because if you're positive for yourself, guess what? It'll show and other people will appreciate it and respect it. You know, I gotta tell you something. I got a special guest tonight. And yeah, I'm dressed a little different, but I'm representing someone else tonight. The fedoras will be back next week, so don't get it twisted. But tonight, for a special occasion, I was blessed to be gifted an outfit. And I know you guys can't see the back of me, but on the back it has my first initial and my last name and my jersey number when I played in Nebraska. So feel very honored to wear this. But the person that give it to me is my guest. And I want y'all to know this is going to be a great story. I want you guys to pay attention and I want you to learn something. Terry Beard, welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm more than honored. I'm blessed and I'm grateful to be here tonight. I appreciate you. I appreciate Derek. Appreciate everybody that has done nothing but welcome me and my story and my business with open arms.
Well, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm just honored that you made time to come and be a part of this because your story, I know bits and pieces, but I'm gonna know a whole lot more after tonight.
Absolutely.
That's my plan. So I want you to know I'm gonna be asking questions. If you can't answer some of them, hey, I'm okay with that too. But I'm gonna ask some questions. And basically, I want to start off with this one. Sure. Now, just so everybody that's listening on the radio and people that are watching it on television and on streaming services, I want them to know who you are first. So let's go back to the beginning.
Sure.
Okay, where'd you grow up?
Well, I did grow up here in Lincoln. Originally born in Wichita, lived in Topeka for a while. Dad worked for Rock Island Railroad.
Okay.
And when they closed down, he got a job here at Goodyear. So we moved here in 1973. So I've been here 50 years. So I pretty much grew up here.
Okay.
So this is all I know. You know, I go home quite often. So.
Well, let me ask you this. You grew up here in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
What high school did you go to?
Went to Lincoln High. I'm a Lincoln High Link, class of '88.
High, man. What's up with this Lincoln High? I've been getting quite a few people that's coming through here talking about Lincoln High.
We call it Lincoln High Trade School. We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
But you know what? The one thing I can say about Lincoln High, man, you know, people that I've had the pleasure of meeting and having as guests on my show, they've all been just like yourself.
Thank you.
They've been very, very well respected people. And, you know, I got to be honest with you. Before we go any further, I got to say this.
Yes, sir.
I handpick all my guests.
I thought so.
You know, I don't, because I know some people just don't want to be happy. And I got to respect them too.
Sure.
I respect them enough to give them 50 feet. You know, that's just because I'm not really trying to hear that because, you know, I mean, I've already been there and done that, you know, and got T-shirts to prove it.
That's toxicity.
Yeah, so I personally look for people that are positive. Now, I'm not saying when you're positive, you haven't been through some things.
That's the reason for positivity.
Yeah, but that's, yeah, exactly.
Sure
I believe that once you go through the fire,
that's right,
it's a lot easier for you to appreciate being positive.
That's it.
Okay, after high school, what did you do then, Terry?
Well, I don't know everybody's situation, but I was like a lot of 18, 19-year-olds. I bounced around in my head and in life and trying to find myself and move out of the parents' house, because I wanted to be, I'm doing air quotes, grown.
Yeah.
So worked a lot of different jobs. Always wanted to work for the railroad, never quite got there. I do now, 26 years, but man, just tried a lot of different things and just trying to get my life going,
Okay.
trying to get my footing, uh, making sure I didn't embarrass my parents. That was a rule. My dad and mom were like, we don't care what you do. One, we don't want to know about it. Second, don't embarrass us.
Right.
So we just don't want to find out. I said, I can do that. So I the lights didn't start coming on until my 30s. Yeah, I mean, I got divorced at the age of 31. I got married early. I got married at around 1990, got divorced, and I got remarried in 2003 to my current lovely wife who you met.
Yes, yes. Cece, big shout out to Cece, man. I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan.
Most people are.
Yeah, I'm a fan, man. Beautiful personality, and that means the world to me because, a lot of people, man, they may have this or that, but the minute they open their mouth, they become real ugly, and that's that lack of personality. So she hit a home run with that, for sure.
Whatever's in the heart is going to come out of the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I mean, I just met her. And I'm already a fan.
That's awesome.
But I gotta ask you this. Mm-hmm. You said you bounced around a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this course of bouncing around, did you what type of jobs were you doing?
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Well, I bussed tables at Old Country Buffet. I bussed tables at Bonanza, and I worked for Cook Family Foods up there. I worked for Domino's Pizza. I told you, bro, you throw a ball, it bounced. That's what I was doing. I worked at Molex. I worked for the city of Lincoln. Bro.
You was doing whatever you had to do.
Bro, I was trying to get. And remember, back in the 80s, you was getting $5 an hour.
Oh yeah.
Nobody could tell you nothing.
Yeah, you basically working for practice.
So I'll say this on air because I mean it's true. So I worked for Park Place, and I can say it now. So I worked for Park Place in security, and our truck was broke down, and there was a 1980, what was it, 40th anniversary, 30th anniversary, 25th anniversary Corvette. Had gas in it. They left the keys in it. I was supposed to patrol the lot. They didn't want me to walk, so
you patrolled in a vet.
I took the sticker off the side of that truck. I slapped the stickers off the side of there. And in a Corvette, you don't sit down. You just fall in it.
Yeah, right.
I fell in that thing, and I started that thing up. I said, "Uh-oh." I won't say anymore.
Okay,
but I was 19 years old, and I had a Corvette that wasn't mine.
Okay.
So I didn't do anything nefarious. I just
you did what you did.
I secured the lot.
Okay, all right. Now after Park Place, what did you do?
Oh, that's when I got I worked for the city for a while, and I even worked for Super Saver. Stocking groceries, and man, he's really making me dust off the cobwebs. I'm surprised I can remember all this stuff. But
Ricky will do that to you.
Yeah, but he's a good dude. So yeah, I did that, and just did a lot of odd stuff, and trying to get my footing, trying to figure things out, and just really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. A lot of people, they were excellent barbers, and a lot of guys, they were excellent cooks and stuff, and people were into tech and stuff like that. I wasn't any of those things. I don't cook very well now. My wife cuts my hair. She does a good job, and I got some barbers. But I did eventually find one thing that I was very passionate about.
And that would happen to be the railroad?
That would be. I started there in 1998, and I am a third-generation railroader.
Okay.
And all the way from Grandpa, who started about 10 years after World War I on my mom's side. And my grandfather on my dad's side worked there. All my uncles worked for him. And yeah, it's
So
in
when
the
you got
blood.
on with the railroad, you end up that was the one that finally clicked for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was it. And
And you've
that
been,
was it.
how long you been there?
Going on 26 years.
26 years, man.
Yeah.
That's congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because a lot of people can't do that.
No,
I
sir.
mean, that's quite an accomplishment. And you're too young to retire, so that means you're gonna be there for a little while longer. Is that right?
I have 6 years till I can retire.
6 years.
I'll be 32 years.
What?
I know I don't look like it.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
53.
Well, I tell you what, you're aging well, young man.
Thank you. I got good help over there.
There you go. Well, it helps good. Helps good.
Ain't it?
Well, listen, man, I have to ask you, working on that railroad, you know, I don't know a lot about it, but I know it's a very, it's a serious job.
It is serious.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of people think it's just laid back. You just ride the train, but there's way more to it than the average person knows, which includes me as well, because I don't know a lot about it. But I know that it's serious, because the only time you really hear about the railroad is when something goes bad.
And it's all bad.
Yeah, right. It goes bad. Then here come the news cameras and everything.
Absolutely.
But as long as you're doing your job, nobody hears nothing.
That's true.
That's kind of amazing. And I know the hours are kind of unique too, or they for some of them, not all.
Yeah.
You have to work your way up, I believe.
Yes, sir. You have to have the seniority to get the job that you want.
And
yeah, it takes a lot of seniority to move up there. I mean, a lot of seniority.
So when you say seniority, how I mean, like, give us an example.
Sure. Let's say, you know, me, I have a 98 date. Some guys, they have a 94 date, the year. So we go from your hire date, you know, whatever your hire date was, it goes in sequence and it goes in an order. So if a guy is over me or a gal's over me, whoever's over me, they have choice at a job first because they have seniority. And that's what makes it fair. There's no who they like and who they don't like. Not supposed to be that way.
I know what you mean.
Sure you do. Of course, it goes by seniority.
Right.
And that's how that works. And I am in the union. Shout out to the International Association of Machinists. That's my union. And
big shout out to them.
Yeah, most definitely. And so that's how that works. So
so now with the amount of time that you have in, so what type of job are you currently doing?
I am a machinist. I was a machinist before I started with the railroad. I worked on lathes. I machined railroad axles.
Okay.
I wrote programs, and I was an axle machinist. Where I'm at now, they want me to be a mechanic. And machinist there, you know, we do all kinds of work. And first time they said, "Well, here you go." And I said, "Well, I thought I was in the yard." They said, "No, you got to fix this locomotive." I said, "Fix what?" I said, "This locomotive, you got to fix it. You're a machinist, ain't you?" I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "Okay." He said, "Well, here's this wrench." I'm not kidding you, Ricky. I'm not exaggerating. That wrench was about 2 foot tall. They gave me. They said, "Okay." And then there was a piston for the engine. It was 1 foot in diameter.
Wow.
And I said, "Y'all want me to do what?" So you got to fix that. I said, "Okay, forget it. It's already broken." So the guy showed me how to do it, and I ended up dropping the bolts in the oil. There's 300 gallons worth of oil in the belly. And I said, "Well," I said, "I guess I got to get that." And the guy looked at me and said, "Don't worry about it. We got to take the pan out anyway." Okay. That was that.
Well, look, man, I must say this. Congratulations on just being able to stay anywhere.
Sure.
That's known doing what you're doing for that length of time.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know a lot about your personal life, but I do know that you had a situation, maybe an accident.
Yes. I did.
Do you feel comfortable talking about that?
I have no problem with that.
Okay, I'd like for you to share with everybody
Sure.
about
So,
this accident.
I was going to work, and we had our house up for sale, and I was on second shift at the time, and I was cruising along 77 in Warlick. People who are from Lincoln, they know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going north, and it was clear, sunny day. There was nothing, And so now they have these blinking lights that warn you that the light is about to change. I didn't have that. And that's rare that I did not have that. So I'm cruising along doing 60 plus. I get right to the intersection, and this kid decides to turn right in front of me because he just happened to look up and saw he could go. He didn't see me, and I T-boned him. I had just put a new battery in my wife's car the day before. Just put a new battery in it. I said, "Now you've got to be kidding." They done now the car is totaled, but battery, I was more concerned about that.
I mean, I ain't laughing because you had a wreck.
I know what you're saying.
Mean, it's just funny.
You just laughing because the light was like, man, I just put a battery in there.
You T-bone somebody. And
I could have had $70 more. Okay. I was so mad. I'm sitting there and I'm going, now wait a minute. But Ricky, I kid you not. The only thing I could think of when that car turned in front of me, I said, I'm never going to see my wife again.
Wow.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Wow.
And the car, we collided, and you both are very experienced, so you know what I'm saying. You hear about it, but when you experience it, it's different. Ricky, that car spun, and it's like everything was slowed down.
Okay.
As the car was spinning, I saw a pole. I said, I'm about to break my back because I thought it was going to hit that pole. God stopped that car. That car skipped 3 times, and it stopped. And I bet you I was about as far from that pole as I am from this young man right here.
Wow.
It could have broke my back.
Wow.
And so I kind of sat there and I had to get my bearings. And I said, okay. So I didn't move. I just kind of wiggled everything to make sure everything was okay. It wasn't, but it felt okay. And so I tried to open the door. That didn't happen. So I had to kind of push the door open. And people were like, are you okay? I said, well, I'm alive.
Right.
And I always deal with irony. I think that's part of my charm. So
Gotcha.
I kept getting notices in the mail that we had an airbag problem in that car. Oh, you got to get these airbags replaced. I said, oh, we'll get to it. Well, guess what? They all went off in the car that day. So I said, they're working just fine. They all work. So thanks. Every last one of them. I said, no, you're okay. So that's how that went.
Now, what was did you have that sounded pretty serious.
Oh, it was bad.
So did you have to go through, I know you went to the hospital.
Sure I did.
And walk us through that after the hospital visit. Then what?
God, I wish I could tell you about that hospital visit. I'd have you on the floor laughing, but I will behave today. So
we're gonna keep it clean.
So after that, I went to physical therapy. And
well, first, how long were you in the hospital?
Oh, I was there. Oh no, 2 hours.
Then you was
I
released.
was like, oh yeah, you're great. Clothes ripped up, blood. You're fine.
So you went from the hospital to physical therapy.
Yeah. I said, hey, can I have some pain medication? She says, oh, you're in pain? I said, lady, I said, ma'am, the ambulance brought me here. My clothes are torn. There's blood all over.
Yeah.
I said, I need some pain meds. Oh, okay, we'll get you some. I said, thank you.
So they got you pain meds, I take it?
That was really nice of them. I was really astounded. I was astounded that I just said, I got to get out of here. So I gimped onto the car, and Mrs. Cece, she took me, I just, she came to the hospital and found me, and I was glad to see her. And that was a rough day. You're used to doing things, your body responding, and you train it to respond. I know you know that as a football player. When it's time for that switch to come on, well, I had to work back to that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So now you had to go, you say physical therapy.
I had to go to physical therapy because my hand and I'm trying to be nice.
But yeah, please do, because I don't want Austin over there reaching for that red button.
It's nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
It's just the fact that today people are in such a hurry and they think the quality is in speed, and it's not. The quality is when you take time to make sure that the job is done right. I was okay. I had to go. Something was wrong with my hand. It was big, almost as big as a catcher's mitt. I know you can't believe it, but it was. So I had to go to the hospital where I live. They said, "Oh yeah, this is what's wrong with it." I said, "Well, gee, they told me over here it was okay because I could move it." So I just like, so I had to go to physical therapy for that, and they got me going, and I would work it, and I would work it, and I would work it, and I would pray, and I would work, and I would ask God to bless my hand because I needed it. But the thing is, Ricky and Austin, you get a real wake up in life when you see other people who were there, and there were people who didn't even have a hand to use.
Correct.
They didn't have their legs anymore. Woe is me went out the window real fast.
I think that was very smart of you to even acknowledge that, because sometimes we have to go to certain places just to get to where we need to be.
Amen.
And I see it all the time. That's why I always try to focus on the positive.
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break, man. We're going to come right back with Terry on 93.7 The Ticket. Is to get you happy on hour.
Here we go.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
An energy tip from LES. Schedule a furnace or heat pump check to ensure your heating system runs at its peak efficiency before winter arrives. Learn more easy ways to save at les.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-Plus Uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their new pizza bagel with pepperoni and fresh mozzarella grilled on a sun-dried tomato bagel. And try their Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big fall sales underway, and the new truck incentives are off the charts. Over $5,000 in discounts on select new Sierras and Silverados, and 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. $5,000 off, 0.9% interest rates on select new trucks here at Koppel. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street and check out that great small-town vibe with big city deals. We look forward to seeing you, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Beef, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, we back. 93.7 The Tickets to Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. And I'm here with Terry Beard. Got my boy Austin over there handling the board, making sure that we all good.
Absolutely.
You know, I was listening to you. You know, you was telling me before the break, man, about your going through physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
How long a process was that?
That's about 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah.
And then you was released?
I was released, yep.
And you was able to go back to work?
Absolutely.
So for the most part, you're okay? Or you're still going through some things?
I am still going through a few things. Working out is really difficult some days, but I push through it.
Okay.
Because that's something I love doing.
Well, on another note, we were talking during the break.
Uh-huh.
And you said I would laugh at you. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not laughing at you. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I want you to share with everybody, man. You said as a child you were supposed to be an actor?
Yeah, I did acting for KETV.
What?
I sure did.
Okay,
I
okay.
sure did.
What kind of acting was you doing, man?
They were trying to they were trying to do like a Nebraska version of Sesame Street. That's right.
Okay, Sesame Street. Huh?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. How'd that work out for you?
Well, I worked for the railroad, so it didn't. Hey, I was able to buy me a waterbed though. That was big time.
I got you. You was doing big things.
Yeah, 13, I went and got me a king size waterbed.
Well, you know what, man? I'll be real honest with you.
A lot of y'all probably too young to even know what we're talking about. Yeah, I was supposed to be the next Gary Coleman, and I didn't have my growth spurt till I got to high school, so I was, not very tall. I had chubby cheeks, and women would pinch my cheeks wherever I went. It got really annoying.
But hey, I'm still proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I'm very proud of you because even though the Gary Coleman thing didn't work out, you still came out on top.
Well, plus I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't because I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of going back over what we've already discussed, man, and I'm just thinking how blessed you really are, because accidents, man. I mean, a lot of times people take accidents for granted. They just assume. It's like, say, for example, the average person gets up, and I'm not wishing anybody any bad, but I'm just using this for a hypothetical.
Yeah.
People wake up, they assume they're going to work, they're going to go do their job, whether they like it or not, and then they're going to come home, and they're going to fix dinner, and they're going to do what they got to do, and they're going to bed. Well, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't have no guarantees.
Nobody does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any guarantees that when I leave my house.
None of us do.
That I'm going to make it back safely. So I don't take things for granted. But, a lot of my personal reasons for not taking things for granted is because of the tragedies that I brought onto myself.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And if I may add.
Yes.
I pray every time before I leave my home that God will protect me. Just because I got in that accident doesn't mean that he didn't do that.
Right.
Because he didn't take me out of here because I have more things to do.
Correct.
And so, I suffered some things, but I didn't suffer as nearly as bad as I could have or others that I saw around me. So you're 100% correct.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, this is what I see.
Sure.
And I just see a lot of people taking a lot of things for granted that I just can't do.
Absolutely.
I don't understand it. But one thing I do is I respect it.
You just,
I respect it.
You let them be them.
Yeah, if I see someone and they're taking stuff for granted, I hurry up and give them 50 feet.
Right.
Yeah, because I understand.
Because you know how hard it is to get
to
certain places.
Man, been there and done that.
Sure. So, so if this individual doesn't appreciate what they have, then they need to go on and get away from me because I know how blessed I am.
Right.
And I know where I should be or where I could be.
Yeah.
But God bless, I'm not.
Well, you know what? I look at it the exact same way because, I always try to put it in perspective.
Sure.
I always tell myself, you done done enough not to be here.
Absolutely.
And that's not a put down. That's not negative. That's just
reality.
Real. Yeah, that's just real.
I shouldn't be here either.
I mean, I've seen people who've done much less not be here. So I get it.
That's right.
But I'm very thankful for everything. I use a lot of humor because I really do like to be happy. I mean, there's a reason why this show is called the Get Your Happy On Hour. I love being happy, but that doesn't mean my life is perfect, and that doesn't mean life ain't difficult.
That's exactly right.
I just choose to look at it the way that I look at it. I mean,
that's 100% correct.
I see adversity and negative. That's why I can speak on it so well because I see it every day.
Sure.
And a lot of people, everybody don't deal with it well.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, because if they did, you wouldn't need all of these institutions
and services.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You wouldn't need them.
Absolutely.
I mean, they seem like the one thing is a constant is they always seem to be needing a new correction facility.
Man,
why they keep having to build them? Is that because everything's going great out here,
they almost building those like they building Walmarts?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's just what I see.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Right. And when you point it out to people, you got your people that has their points of views and you got to respect them. But that's why I never really talk about those type of things to everybody.
No.
Because everybody has a different opinion.
They do.
And I got to respect that, even if I don't agree.
Yeah.
So I always try my best to just say, okay, you sure right. My bad. Why did I bring that up? That's on me. And then my feet start moving because I'm finna get away from you and give you that 50 feet.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that it is. You know, I was sitting there looking at you, man, and you sporting my gear, man.
Love it.
Yeah, I see you sporting
I
that Get
love
You
it.
Happy On
I
gear. So I
love
got to
it.
give a big shout out to you for sporting my gear.
I love this.
And for those of you that are interested, man, RickyCSimmons.com/shop-home. Man, order you some gear, man,
Yeah.
and tag your boy when you get it. Take a picture and tag your boy online.
Look, I don't wear a whole lot of stuff. This stuff I'm wearing is nice.
But hey, you know what? I got to tell you something. And Austin is my witness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fedora dress shirt type guy.
I believe it.
I hardly recognize you walking in tonight.
I mean, I don't do this, dude. And I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain before I let you tell me about this.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because my Father in heaven, last words to me before he was taken to heaven was, "Look like somebody."
That's right.
And do that for me, Ricky.
That's
now he didn't say it
beautiful.
quite as calm as I said it, but
They never do.
yeah, I mean he was a lot more animated, and there was some choice words along with it.
That generation of men were not very
Yeah,
polished.
so it went more like, every day you blessed to see, you get up and you look like somebody, and you do that for me,
That's
Ricky.
beautiful.
And then the next day he had a stroke and never spoke to me again.
Ain't
So
that something?
that's why I wear fedoras, because my dad wore fedoras.
There you go.
And I dress the way I dress because that's the way my dad dressed, and I'm representing him every day.
That's beautiful.
But today I made an exception.
Thank you.
Because I was feeling really blessed. And talking about comfortable, I wore it all day just to make sure that I could wear it.
I knew you could.
Yeah, and man, you're 100% right. I was very comfortable the whole time, and I'm still comfortable. But I want you to tell everybody about this, and when you're done telling them about it, how it even came about, I want you to also tell how they can get their gear.
Absolutely. My clothing is performance / sweet streetwear clothing. And you can wear it on the street, or you can take it to the gym, and you can do whatever you want with it. It's going to keep you cool. It's going to make you stand out from everybody in the room. And it's nothing but quality.
I can second that. It definitely is.
Nothing but quality. And it's for people of all ages. And that clothing came from a promise that I made to God. And that's where that clothing came from. And Evolve Gear 2020, the name came from me growing from one point to another one. And it was during the COVID had not hit in 2020 yet. And that's when it was started in 2020. And I wanted something that spoke to everybody, and a lot of master's degrees, or they were moving to a different place. And some people are just afraid to take that next step in what it is they want to do. It's not an easy thing.
Right.
Human beings are creatures of habit, of comfort. You go home, you know where something's at. You know where you put it. The whole world turns upside down if you can't find your wallet, phone, or keys. So
it almost stops.
Yeah, it almost stops. And so that clothing came from a need, because sometimes, depending on who you bought your clothes from, you might have to go a size bigger.
Correct.
You know,
Right.
Athletic builds, it's tough. And so I wanted clothing, when you put it on and you told me what size it was, you wear, that's what it was.
Right.
And Lord bless, that's exactly what's come about.
Now explain is it evolve?
Evolve.
Okay, explain the meaning behind
The
it.
evolve, to evolve is to grow from one place to another. There's so many definitions, but basically you are not the same person you were yesterday. You know that you've learned a lot of things since yesterday, since a minute ago, since an hour ago.
Correct.
You've grown. People grow. I always want, and it initially started when I lost 100 pounds and I had 3 mild heart attacks. And so that's when I had to make a change. And being a man, being who I am, I thought I had all the answers and I thought I knew how to lose the weight that I needed to lose. Well, I'll just say it. I went to Metabolic Research Center and they gave me a custom diet. And so me stepping through those doors, I'll never forget how I was very apprehensive and I was proud.
Mm-hmm.
Pride keeps you from a lot of things.
Right. Right.
But when I stepped in that door and I saw that there were other people, not just me, but were there, I humbled myself.
There you go.
And then I lost that, Lord bless, I lost all that weight.
Wow, that's huge. Congratulations. You know, I'm glad you brought up that word, humility.
Mm-hmm.
Being humble. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys ever follow my social media, but at the end of each post, it's always stay humble. Happy as
Hashtag.
always.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, and there's a reason for that.
Sure.
I mean, humility, I think, is the most important thing going on in life. When you're not humble, seems like life has a way of humbling you.
You better believe it.
And I make real sure that I focus on being humble. And what I mean by being humble is I treat people the way I want to be treated.
That's right.
But I don't expect it in return. And being humble also is a way to honor God.
That's it.
You know,
That's it.
I'm not better than anyone.
That's it.
I just happen to suffer from a disease called high self-esteem. I just love me some me.
Guess what? Guess what? If you don't, nobody else will.
Well, that's my point, you know. And like I say, Clyde Simmons instilled that in me as a kid. So that's just the way it is. But
sure it is.
But I never once ever put myself above anybody because I understand that, you know, you meet the same people on the way down as you meet on the way up.
Well, those are facts.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of people don't want to, you know, own that because they may have they might have a bank account that's a little more than the next person.
And that's okay.
Yeah, but that money don't do everything.
It don't buy you another day on this earth.
No, and then when you leave this earth, I don't see no hearse being chased by no Brinks truck.
It sure ain't. Whoever
I don't see it. It might happen, but I don't see it.
Yeah, that Brinks truck is going to the dealership.
Yeah.
And whoever you left that money to, that's what they doing.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, man, somebody left me a bag.
Yeah, a real bag.
Yeah,
So,
and they ain't had to work for nothing.
No.
So every day that you're blessed to see, that's why I always say that it's another day in paradise.
That's right.
I mean, there's meanings behind a lot of my sayings, even though they rhyme or they seem humorous. That's just who I am.
A lot of people, and I'm going to say this without saying too much, I don't think they fully understand. And the thing is, when you know where you've been and where you come from, serenity and being able to sleep at night peacefully is priceless.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more.
You can't buy that.
Nope. It doesn't have a price tag.
It doesn't have a price tag. You haven't done something you shouldn't have done, and nobody's coming for you because of something you shouldn't have done.
Right.
And you're able to sleep peacefully. That anymore at my age is something that I value. And when I go home and I shut the doors, if I go out and look on my ground, I'm at peace there.
Right.
And I know I haven't done anything that I shouldn't have done to obtain it, and I know it's God-given.
Well, you know, peace is priceless.
It is.
And I'll be the first to admit that when you sleep good, it's usually because you ain't having to look over your shoulder.
That's right.
You know,
That's right. That's it, man.
I love that feeling because for a long period of time, man, looking over my shoulder was a regular thing.
I'm with you on that.
Well, listen, I want you guys to stay with us. We're going to take one more quick break at 93.7 The Ticket to Get You Happy on Hour, and we'll be right back.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule, or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Give-A-Rito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L, or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Plungers and store-bought chemicals can only go so far and can harm your drains. Call the professionals at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical to get your drains flowing. We won't only make sure the clog is taken care of, but we will ensure your drains are completely clean so the clog will not come back. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And Electrical.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
America's been around since 1776. That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? The Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at McKinney'spub.com, or just head down there. McKinney's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. To the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Get Your Happy On Hour. Man, I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons, and I'm having a blast. You know, I just want to, first of all, I just want to say thank you to my guests, man, before I forget to say that. But, you know, I didn't get a chance for him to tell everybody how they can order their gear. So I want to start with that.
Okay.
Can you tell us how people can order their gear?
I can. And thank you for that. You can order my Evolve Gear clothing at evolvegear2020.com.
Say that one more time.
evolvegear2020.com. There'll be a lovely picture of me, or there'll be a lovely picture of my icon on there, and there's also a phone number on there. You can call me directly if you like.
Y'all see me representing.
Looks good, doesn't he?
But man, wait a minute. I don't even know if they can see me, but I'm finna do something that make sure y'all understand this was personalized. Check this out.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
What?
Look at
Number
that.
7, man.
Nothing but the best around here.
They showing love, man. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
But you guys go out and support this. It's a great cause. It's very, very comfortable. Like I said, I normally don't do this, but I mean, I'm very thankful that I did today because it makes me feel. Yeah, I feel good actually. I mean, I didn't think I would because it's been so long.
Sure.
But man, I very, very pleased with the product, and man, the quality is definitely 100% good. So
thank you.
Please go out and support this. You know, it's pretty well documented. I can't dance, y'all. I know y'all know that, but I think I can. See, that's what y'all don't understand. In my head, I think I can dance. So I be listening to this music, man, from the old school category. And man, I be getting my happy on. That's how I get my happy on. I know I can't dance. Trust me, several people done told me I can't dance, but you know what they do tell me? They laugh every time I try. Okay. And that's mission accomplished. Okay. So I gotta ask you, man, you done work. I mean, I done listened to everything you said, man. You done been through all kind of odds and ends jobs. You done went. First, you came out of Lincoln High, then you went to all these odds and ends jobs, then you got hooked up with the railroad, you had the unfortunate accident, you rebound from physical therapy on that, and started a clothing line. You done been real motivated, but I want to know how you get your happy on.
Honestly, I ask God to keep me each and every day, keep my mind and keep my heart each and every day. And I look forward to the things that he has in store for me. Example, I'm sitting here with you now.
Thank you, young man. Appreciate that.
And he puts people in my path to help me, and he's answered all my prayers. And I don't know what all else he's going to do for me. Just knowing that God is going to open doors for me, it's enough for me to be excited about waking up.
You know what? I can't challenge that because you know what? I agree with it. And I have a lifestyle for the last 14 years, every morning at 3 a.m. that God blesses me to wake up without an alarm. And I turn my life over to Christ. And I give thanks for the things that everyone takes for granted. So I definitely understand where you're coming from with that, man. Absolutely. You know, I'm not a pastor, so I don't try to pretend that I am, but I'm a believer, you know, and that's real important to me. So I'm glad to hear you say that. See, after I get through turning my life over to Christ, drinking coffee out of a prison mug,
yes,
doing my spiritual readings, I started trying to dance, but it makes me smile and it makes me feel good on the inside. See, sometimes we got to remember, you got to learn how to give yourself some credit.
That's right.
Again, I got to thank you, first of all, man, for being on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Every day you blessed to see.
That's right.
I want y'all to understand it's just another day in paradise.
That's right.
And no matter what, you got to keep your head up and you got to get your happy on.
Do it.
Thank y'all, man, for tuning in, and see you next Sunday night.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln. And with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Honda.